What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video I have a handful of things that I want to try to get done, but real quick, guys, I know I haven't really been very consistent on the channel lately. Reason for it, as you guys know, we're getting the G35 painted, and a lot of work goes into that, and I don't want to be making the same kind of content over and over and over again. So I kind of just put the camera down for a bit and just really focused on trying to get as much body work done as possible. So one of the things that I want to go ahead and get done today is a bumper quick release, which is right here. These were supposed to actually go onto the LS400, decided not to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it on here. For the LS400, I bought them in chrome. That's the reason why they're chrome. Otherwise, I would have bought them in black, but chrome's not gonna look bad. So pretty much what it is this little tab right here is gonna get welded onto the fender, and then this will be bolted onto the bumper. Push this button and bada boom, bada bam, you have a quick release bumper. The other thing that I wanna go ahead and get taken care of is I'm gonna be pulling off the rear bumper because there's parts that are really just starting to crack. I think from when I took it off the car and it was sitting in the backyard for so long, it kind of just started cracking in some weak points of the bumper. We're gonna go ahead and get the bumper removed, and on the inner side of it, we're gonna throw down some Bondo hair and get the structural back, and then we'll end up body working on the outside after. With all of that being said, guys, let me go ahead and give you a quick walk around. So we pulled the fender off, like I said, restructured the inner side, and then also body worked up in here. The other side is done as well, or it has Bondo. We still need to sand, primer it, and everything like that. But that's pretty much that. Everything else for the most part is golden. The bumper, like I said, you have little cracks here, there. This is all on the outside, but on this side you have a crack there, you have a crack on that corner as well. So not very bad, just little things that need to be restructured. Now on to the trunk. Really bummed out about this, but at the same time I'm relieved that I am no longer going to be working on it. I'm done. I redid this trunk completely, guys, and I did it the right way. And I have been working on this thing for like 2 weeks now, just the top part, not even the back or anything. And I haven't been driving the car, I haven't opened the trunk, nothing. And I started to notice right here, if you look, you see that crack right there. Crack goes from about there to here, so it's about this big, and it's the same spot every single time. This part right here is not cracking, but I came to the conclusion I'm done. So we're gonna be getting this removed as well, and then I'm actually gonna be picking up a new used OEM trunk this weekend, and we're gonna be getting that thrown on, and it's going to be and remain wingless unless I buy like a duckbill for it. There's the duckbill I do like that they make for it, but it's at the same time I feel like it's too tall, so we're probably gonna end up just being wingless. So I got the inner side sanded, but before we primer anything, I went ahead and dollied a bit because I had this bump that I did not like. Ended up taking out some of the welds. So this whole section actually is gonna have to be redone. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is I have this piece of metal. I'm gonna go on the inner side, stick it right there, tack it, and then we'll body work. And then this is just from hammering it, it just cracked the body work. So we'll end up sanding this all down. But once this is fully done, then we'll go ahead and primer it. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy tacked in. All right, got that looking good. Just a bunch of tacks. I know my welds aren't the greatest. We're gonna go ahead and grind that down now, flat, and then we'll bodywork it. It's all grounded down. Looks good. Feels nice and smooth. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and hammer a little bit more. Actually, no, that feels really nice. So the next thing, we're gonna go ahead and add this tab. We're gonna be placing it about, I think right here is good. So pretty much I just need to get marked out where I'm gonna mark or where it's gonna go. And then we're gonna go and use this step a bit. Hopefully the biggest part is the same size as this. It looks like it is, but we'll find out. And if it's not, we'll get it to work, no problems. Mount that I rigged up, it may need to be adjusted a bit, but drilled the hole out, put it all through. It still needs to be tightened. This may need to stick out farther, or it may need to go in more, but pretty much just to show you guys. So once this ball goes in to there, see, now it's in place. And then the button pops out. Okay, actually, so yeah, that's gonna be perfect actually. And we'll just throw a tack right in there, and then once you push this, it releases it. So that's pretty much how that works. So let's go ahead right now and see if, let's see where this exactly is gonna need to go. So there it is. I'm trying to figure out how I can get this gap closed, but pretty much you just go ahead and push this, bumper comes off, push it back, and it's on. All right guys, got the car aired out. Clearance is good. We could probably get away with trimming a little bit. As far as taking it on and off, it's easy, but at the same time, it's a little difficult just because the metal that I use is a little, it's not flimsy, it's pretty stiff, but at the same time it is a little flimsy. So, you know, the point of where you have to connect it, it's a little tricky, but I mean, for the most part though, it's pretty basic. So tomorrow we'll go ahead and get that side up. We'll get this fender sanded, that fender sanded, because I do have some Bondo thrown down over here as well, like I said, right there. We'll get those sanded, and then we'll go ahead and try to get the rear bumper removed as well and begin restructuring where all the cracks are, and then get the bumper put on in a better mounted a lot better basically. Hey guys, so it's the next day. So today I want to try to get the fender sanded, try to get the quick release welded on this side, and then as far as the trunk goes, may not be getting it removed in this video. I don't know yet, reasoning for it. We're getting new garages and I'm gonna have to keep my car outside, so I don't want to remove the trunk and then have no trunk just sitting there. So don't know if that's gonna happen yet or not, because I believe this video is a little bit past 8 minutes. Don't want to make this video too long, but we'll see. Maybe we can make it work. But for right now guys, I'm gonna go ahead, pretty much since I've already shown you it on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and weld up a tab right for this quick release, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump on getting the fender sanded and primered. Guys, went ahead and got this one on, and then while at it, I just went ahead and ripped off the other one and ended up redoing this one as well. This one's not like perfect. It still has this weird little gap. It needed to be pushed forward a little bit, but all in all, it's not even bad at all. And that's pretty much how I did it. Little hanger up at top, welded it, and then welded up there. Not the best welds, but it's strong. It's not going anywhere. So just go ahead and push it off. It's off. And then this one I think is actually a little broken because it doesn't seem to go in the easiest, or as easy. This one I believe is pretty solid. So again, off and then on, see? So I think it's just this side. This button, I mean, is a little, see, even though it's in it, it's a little messed up, but it works though, all in all. So all right guys, so my phone ended up dying, so I had to charge it. So I ended up getting this primered. This is looking really good. So up next is pretty much a guide coat on the whole fender and get everything blocked. So that's done. Fender, this one, we sanded it, blocked it and everything, threw down a little bit more. We had a little bit of weld showing through, so I had to hammer it in a little bit because it was sticking out too much of a high spot. So once this is done, same thing as the other side, we'll get it primered, and then next thing is guide coat and block the whole fender, and then guide coat the whole car pretty much, and begin getting it ready for paint. And keep in mind also, the shop is actually going to as well sand the entire car and then prep it for paint as well, plus primer. Guys, there she is. Trunk is off. I feel bad for this car, but at the same time, it's definitely, it's gonna be worth it. It's all for a good cause, but there she is. Pretty straightforward. So the other one comes with hinges, so that's good. Go ahead and remove this. I put this little spacer thing on there because this truck was already sort of messed up anyways. But sweet, there she is. So just so I don't lose them, I'm gonna put all those bolts back in its place. Look at this. So gross. And then I'm gonna try to carefully actually I'm just gonna wipe it down, everything. I don't want to get any of the electrical wet. All right guys, it's 9 in the morning on Saturday. Extremely tired, but we're on our way to go pick up the trunk right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up this video as soon as we get back, and then we're gonna get it installed, see how she looks. All right, guys, we just got down here to LA. We're picking up the trunk right now, and it turns out actually the guy I'm picking up the trunk from is a follower on my channel. You want to go on and shout your Instagram out?
Yeah, bro. Hold on.
All right, hold on, guys. What is it?
It's VQ dot Chris.
All right.
The X is a, the I is X.
Okay. So I'll end up putting it right here on the screen, but got some G35s back here. So this is a BMW Nardo Gray, you said?
Yeah, it's like Gregorio, something like that. It's like on the M5s, I believe.
Sick.
Like the later BMWs.
Yeah, so we have this right here. This thing's beautiful. This is actually really nice. I love the color. Got another one right here, which you said is yours.
Yeah, this is mine.
And then we have
headlights and stuff.
Okay, yeah, same headlights as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, these are dope. And then we got another one right over here. Awesome, man. Well, thanks for watching the channel, dude. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're back home now. I have been playing with this trunk for maybe an hour. Hour and a half, trying to get it to fit. At first I thought maybe the trunk is a little tweaked. Don't know if it is, but I honestly think it's my car. This car was hit before me, clean title, but I started to realize things aren't how they're supposed to be. So I spent the past hour trying to get this thing fitted up nicely. A lot of tweaking of the trunk, trying to bend it, this, that. I got it looking pretty close to the average Joe. I don't think they would notice too much, but for me, I wanted it looking even better. I should have showed you guys before I did what I did, but pretty much I went ahead and now masked off part of the trunk because one side fits perfectly. The other side is a little taller. So I think it's my quarter panel is a little tweaked. I think it's not set where it's 100% supposed to be. So what I'm doing is actually adding just a very thin layer of Bondo hair on the quarter panel, and then we're gonna build up with Bondo just to smooth it out. There's not gonna be much. It's not like it's gonna be one of those projects where it's an inch thick of Bondo. Not the case here. But let me go ahead and show you what we're doing. All right, so here is the new trunk. Okay. So like I said, this side fits really nicely. Okay, this side had a little bit more of a gap. So what I did was I masked everything off, and we're kind of just slowly just gonna build into it to where you really should not be able to notice too much. Big progress made. So looking super good. Got the line all done up, and this is just the first stage. Now I'm gonna block this, make sure everything's ideally where it's supposed to be, and then we'll throw down a skim of filler just to try to get it looking, you know, as smooth as possible. But look at that gap now. Now there is no gap. Now it looks like this trunk belongs. It's just like this side. There's no gap like that. This side might even be better now. Yeah. So cool. So I'm gonna go ahead now with the trunk closed, and we're gonna block. That way it's, you know, pretty close, and then we're gonna get this blocked, and then Bondo, and then we should be done with this by today. Super excited. Look at this, guys. How much sanding went in. Crazy. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the camera. Once we're ready for primer, we'll go ahead and primer it, and then we'll throw everything together, see how she looks.
This is to make you unbreakable. I always say, if you can't walk the walk, then don't talk the talk. Spartan comes along because you have been through this, because you flatlined.
She is. I was only able to get one coat because I messed up. When I started to spray in here, it shot out a bunch of dust. I should have cleaned it better. So now I have to wait for this to fully dry, wet sand it again, and then we'll throw down some more primer. But look at that. She's really smooth. It's looking really good. I'm happy. This makes me happy. Now it looks actually good. So what we're gonna do next, but another day, is here, let me just show you on this trunk. So I don't know if you guys are aware, these bolts are next to impossible to get out, but we're gonna try to get them loosened up or cut out completely and put new hardware in. And then I'm gonna adjust it, the trunk, to where we can shift it over just a little bit, because you can see this gap compared to this gap. This lighting compared to that lighting, there's a pretty big gap, as you can see. I mean, like I said, this car was hit, so it needs a lot of tweaking around. But hey, you know what? At least we got the trunk on. We got this done. This looks beautiful. Looks really good. Looks like I never even did anything. Now we got to give her a nice wash because we're taking her out today. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up and subscribe if you guys aren't already. Thanks to the homie for selling me the trunk. Stay tuned. I think next, honestly, there's really not much more bodywork to do, to be honest, other than the rear bumper. We still have to do a little bit more on that, but other than that, we're pretty much ready for paint. Everything else I'm gonna just do quickly one day off camera. If you guys want to see that, comment down below, let me know, and I'll just make a full time lapse of me guide coding and blocking the entire car to make sure that it's to the best of my ability of making it as perfect as possible. And then the body shop will just kind of just take over from there. And then we got to adjust the trunk, like I said. And then I believe that's pretty much it. But stay tuned, guys. Some good shit to come. We're going to be getting new wheels very soon. So these wheels are possibly going to be going on my girlfriend's Scion. And then paint. And then, yeah, I'm super excited. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hit that bell notification so you guys are notified every time your boy drops a video. And I hope to catch you all in the next one. Until next time, as always, peace out.